Alright, cat dudes here. We got the little cat dudes. We got their little four-wheeler. This thing's really clapped out. Bought it at a garage sale, 25 bucks, but it works. You know, we did some things to it, but it's definitely in need of some work. So right now, this kill switch stopped working. I try to put kill switches on everything, especially stuff they ride. And then also the other day, little cat dude was ripping on it and started to smell a clutch smell, and it was coming directly from this clutch. So watch when they leave, when they actually start riding it. They have to put their foot down and kind of kick it along to get it going. So I'm hoping that a new clutch will not only the smell go away, but also give them a little bit better bottom end performance. So here we go. We're going to fire it up and let them take a rip. As you can hear, it just sounds like it's really having a labor for what it's doing. Alright, cat dudes are back, and we got the little four-wheeler jacked up. So what we're going to do first, we're going to start with replacing the clutch. Never done one of these, not really sure what to do, but we'll figure it out along the way. We're going to pull off this chain guard, which is also the chain tensioner. And then there's another chain guard around the sprocket. We'll get that off. And then after that, we'll make sure the chain's off of the back sprocket. And then we'll pull what looks like 4 more Allens, you know, have the housing for the clutch, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to loosen these up, and then I'm going to let the little cat dudes go ahead and remove the screws themselves.
Yeah!
Alright. Here you go, Levi. Alright, Silas, go ahead. More over here. Yeah, I'll get this bottle one for you, Silas, since it's a nut and bolt. Chain tensioner is off. And while they do that, I'm going to go get the parts. Alright, so here's what we got. It's called Fly Pig. The Fly Pig clutch. Actually got this overnighted. I'm not really sure what we're going to find in there. I'm guessing there's going to be a couple of captive nuts that allow these to kind of free float open once the plate that it bolts to gets its centrifugal force. So it is directional. You can see there's arrows, so we'll have to make sure that we follow that. How's it going, boys?
Good. Good.
Good? Looks like you guys are just about done, huh?
I'm almost done.
Alright, let me see. Back this up.
Done.
Alright.
This thing just fell off.
It just fell off. Huh.
Can I take the chain off? Oh, it cut off.
Yeah, looks like we got a broken piece. Alright, everybody sit back. Nope, nope, you're not touching the chain. Get back. Both of you guys get back. Back away from the chain. Alright, yeah, so we got a piece of the chain guard that is completely snapped. Interesting.
Very interesting.
You know, this is just some cheap pot metal. Not sure what we're going to do going back together with that. Alright. Walking the chain off, we're just going to take some of that looseness there around the back sprocket, drop it off the front, chain's off. Now we're going to go and pull these
What can I do?
next bolts. No, you're in the way of the camera. Why don't you back all the way up and let me get this. So one thing that I will say is that the machine the last couple of days has, it seems like the RPMs have been going higher than usual. And for those of you familiar with two-strokes, that could be an indication of a bad crank seal, especially since we're having clutch problems around the same time. PTO at the end of this. Usually the PTO side takes a little more force, so you end up having crank seal issues. I think I may have just said clutch seal a minute ago, but crank seal issues. So basically what a crank seal leak will do, it will allow air to suck past the crank into the crank case, and it will make for a lean condition. Lean conditions on 2 strokes are not a good thing. Alright, so that entire plate pulls off the sprocket side of the clutch as well. And it looks like we're going to have to continue this tomorrow, because this clutch here, stop Silas, this clutch here has 3 friction
Springs.
whatever you call them, shoes. And the kit that we got that said it was for 49cc is just 2. So, but if you look at that, there is nothing left. They have smoked this clutch. Like, wow, they have really smoked this thing. And you can see all the clutch material all around it. Maybe I'm too close, so look at that again. There's hardly any material left on hardly any friction material left. So we'll have to order a new one. We'll have to see how quick Amazon could get us these Chinese parts.
There.
Welcome back, cat dudes. New clutch is on, or about 90% of the new clutch. This clutch happens to be the press-on. There's 2 different 3-shoe types for these little motors. There's one that's keyed. There's another one that's pressed on. Let's just say that this one is very pressed on. So I used all my pullers on it. Couldn't find a way to bite. Used new pullers that I bought. A real small one. Really couldn't make it work. So what I did is I just swapped the shoes instead. And I'll save this piece because I'll probably actually make this into a puller that will basically do the same function. So swapped all the shoes on, new springs, all that fun stuff, and now it's time to go back together.
Put it on this. Don't tell me on right here, okay? Until I'm behind the plant, okay?
Okay.
Keep running at me.
Well, looks like I'm gonna have to start over with that. I put the clutch cover on wrong. So the actual outer bell of the clutch is part of this clutch cover together, kind of just held together by a snap ring. And there's a little tiny chain guard, aluminum pot metal broken, that bolts to it. And so these two bolts have to be clocked the other way. When I set it all down, prior to hitting go on the camera, I put it down in such a way that I thought I was going to pick it straight up and put it on right. I guess I should have been paying better attention to what I was doing. One way that I've become a professional at things is by doing it twice. Alright, welcome back, cat dudes. Starting to go back together. I got the clutch cover correct, putting the chain case on. I had to pause the video there for a minute because the Mrs. Cat Dudes came out. She had to discuss some things with me. So I continued working as she was explaining our decisions we had to make. And that's where it's at this point. Certainly is a lot of chain slack in this still. Like a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if these little Chinese chains stretch a couple inches in their lifetime. Alright, so now we're all back together. We put on the new kill switch. We put on the new clutch. Stand by, we're going to get some videos. I'm going to fire it up, and about as soon as I fire it up, the little cat dudes will come running up with a helmet wanting to ride it. So we'll get some video, see if it takes off any better. That was a big thing, like it just had no go. Once again, just a sample of the shoe, of what's left. You know, there's just a little tiny bit of the clutch material even left, and then you got a big chunk of it missing. So essentially this thing was just kind of running on bare minimum. Here's one that's even worse. And if you look on the other side where the clutch bell doesn't hit, you know, there's a significant amount of material there. But keep in mind, these things are made to last like 2 weeks new, so that shoe could have been chewed up like that within the first few hours of riding. Probably about a gas tank or two is probably about how long it takes to smoke a clutch. Yeah, so it's much improved and actually quite a bit faster. You might have to, there is a throttle stop on this thing. Throttle stop might get engaged. So yeah, it seems to be an improvement. I will say this, still kind of smells like clutch. So alright, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something from it. If you didn't learn what to do, maybe you learned what not to do. Hey, I'm not going to claim that I'm the best at doing all this stuff, but we do have fun. We have fun working on this stuff. We have fun being, you know, enthusiasts of power sports. And this is fun for my kids, as you can see in the background. I hope it was fun for you. So do all those things to make our video go viral. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching.